Hello guys and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again, I'm Greg and this is the Starting 11 show. Bit of a tricky one this week because the press conference said there's a lot of players who are on the line, might play, might not play. Gomez is in contention after a thigh injury. Calvert-Lewin has trained and trained well, and Frank Lampard's words were that he was hopeful that he could play a role, so we'll put him in the team. And Demarai Gray is to be assessed after a flu that saw him miss out of Bournemouth. Apparently he was set to play in that game, so I wonder who might have dropped out for him in the lineup that we did end up with. Then of course Mina, Delph, Davies, Godfrey, all still out. Then you've got to look at the team, so I think we'll revert back to three in midfield as opposed to the back five that we saw against Bournemouth. I think we'll need it. I think we'll play tactically quite similar to how we played against City, and that seemed to work for us. We weathered the storm for a long time. Should have walked away with a point, obviously. Bad officiating at the sides, but I think we'll go back to that sort of shape. I'm not going to do anything too radical with this team. I can't see too many players who played against Bournemouth that have forced their way into the first team. I think we'll revert back to what Lampard knows and what he's gone with. So, of course, Pickford back in goal. I think the back line will see Coleman at right back instead of Patterson. That said, Patterson did show good glimpses. He was in the first half for me where most of our attacking threat was coming from. So it'd be good to see him eased in more. I think that against Bournemouth might have been his last chance this season, unless maybe we play him against Palace in the Cup. But I think we'll be looking full strength from now on as far as the Cup goes. So I think we might see Coleman. Of course, the centre-back partnership will be the only two centre-backs that are really fit. Branthwaite will probably drop and we'll see Holgate and Keane back. I mean, there's a chance that Keane will be a bit knackered, but he's used to playing in the Cup midweek and then back into the team. And then at left back, I think we see John Joe Kenny come back in. Not come back in, of course he played, but move back out to playing at left back. He's, I don't want to get too carried away. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, oh, look how much he's improved. We should give him a new contract. I wouldn't get as carried away as all of that, but he seems to be doing a job at the moment. Midfield, I think we'll see the three again that we saw against City. So Doucouré, Allan and Van der Beek. I think it's good for us to be overloading that area, especially where we're lacking elsewhere. If we've got three competent midfielders who will do better in a three, then it makes sense to just have one part of the pitch that we can dominate. I'm not sure we will against Spurs, but I wouldn't like to play a two, especially as Spurs transition play so quickly. Allan and Doucouré or Allan and Van der Beek would just get left behind, I think. And then front line, assuming Calvert-Lewin's fit, I think we'll see Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, and then it's a question of, is Gray fit enough? If he is, I think he'll play. If not, it'll be Gordon back in, who a lot of people were criticising against Bournemouth. I think he was dynamic, I think he was exciting, but his decision-making was letting him down. He's a young player, that's why we give them minutes to make sure their decision-making in game scenarios is elevated. So it didn't concern me as much as it concerned a lot of people, but let's say Gordon for now and then Gray if he's fit. So there's nothing too radical there, guys, to be honest. I think the team will be Pickford, Coleman, Holgate, Keane, Kenny, Doucouré, Allan, Van der Beek, and then Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin and Gordon. What would you change? Would you change the shape? Would you change the personnel? Do you think Mikalenko should stay in? I know, of course, he took a little bit of a knock against Bournemouth. Would you have Patterson in, Branthwaite in? Do you think there's any chance we can get anything out of this game? Let me know what team you guys would go with. Hopefully we can get some points out of this and start to lift ourselves away from the dogfight that's going on. And I'll see you guys next time.